Okay, this is an upgrade of a self-working, out-of-this-world routine I did about a year ago. Okay, so we need a well-shuffled deck of cards for this, and you can have the spectator mix the cards. That would be just fine. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and look through the cards like this and put down a red marker card and then maybe a black one. Whoop, face up, just like that. Okay. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to have you tell me where certain cards should go. Do you have a feeling that they're red or black? Okay. Now I'm going to go off camera to do that as far as making those selections. But you're going to be given the freedom to set them in the red pile or the black. So let me just go off camera for a second. Okay, here's my first card. Do you think this is red or black? Dig deep and use your intuition. Think it's black? Okay. What about this one here? Black as well. And this one? Red. Next one? Red. A black. Black. Red. Red. Black. Okay, I think that's enough cards for the first half of this challenge. So now what I'm going to do is set out new marker cards. So here's a red and a black, of course, just like that. Now this time, neither one of us are going to look at the faces of the cards, okay? So I'll go ahead and just have you place where you think this card should go. So is this red or black? Red. Next one, black, 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 whoop, black. Black, you think they're all black? Red, okay. Black, red, red. Okay, I think that gives us plenty of cards here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a packet based on the assumption that you've actually succeeded here, which is not likely that all of these are red, black, right? But I'm going to build my packet with that assumption in mind. So in particular, I'm going to take what I believe to be, or you believe to be, a red card, and then a black, and then a red, and then a black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black. Now we'll go until we can't pick up a full set. So we have a red here, black, red, black. Okay, so we've run out of a full set of 4 that we can draw from. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do using my intuition, I'm going to try to correct any and all mistakes that you may have made, because it's likely you made some mistakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out the cards into 2 piles according to my intuition. Let's see, I think that one there, that one there. Maybe there this time, then there. There again. Let's see. There, and then over. See, left, right, and then maybe right, left. Okay, so we'll go ahead and then randomly stack these. So if I was able to correct any and all mistakes that you made, it should now be the case that we have a red, black, red, black. Okay, so I'm hoping that I have fixed any mistakes that you may have made. So let's just take a look at whether or not I was successful. So I believe all of these are red. Let's just take a look. Oh, they are indeed. What about the blacks? Did I get those right? It looks like I did. What about the red? Are these all red? Oh, good, they are. Okay, I'm doing quite well with the correction here. What about black here? Yes, all of them are black. That is amazing. So the 2 of us working together were able to perfectly arrange the cards according to color, and especially pay attention to the fact that these last 2 columns, you did that and I did that completely blind. We did not even look at what cards we were setting down. That is unbelievable. Okay, so how does this work? Well, it begins as a standard out of this world, but let me show you what the difference is here. Okay, so normally we'd have a marker card that we would bring in a little bit later there. Okay, so what you do, and there's a lot of ways of doing this, but what we're going to do is we're going to weed out all of the red cards. Okay, so this is what I'm secretly doing. I'm going through and trying to get all the red cards in the top, 10 cards here, or 15 cards. So you're putting it somewhere, right? So maybe you put it there, and then I look for another red. There's another red right there. Maybe you put it there, and then that one there. Now you don't know these are all red, right? I'm secretly pulling these out, right? Now why would I secretly pull those out? It's because I want to leave just black cards behind. Okay, so there we go. That's really what it would have looked like with the cards face up. Then I bring out marker cards like this. Turn the deck over because look, all of these are black, so it doesn't even matter. So this will be black, 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 wherever you happen to put those. Okay, just like that. And then here's the cool, amazing part that I've never seen anyone do that makes this self-working. You say, okay, we're going to go under the assumption that these are correct. So red, black, red, black. Now we know they're not, but red, black, red, black, red, red, black, red, black, red, black. And that's as far as we can go. Okay, so here is the clever new element that makes it self-working. Right now, this packet is something called an AMP, adjacent mirrored pairs, on my channel. So here it's every pair is of the same color. That's called an AMP relative to cards of the same color. Now, from my channel, we know, of course, that if you deal this out into a left and right pile, it's going to create an alternating packet, which is what we'll need when we deal these out. But the new element, or one of the new elements, is the fact that not only can you do, like, just remind you, the next two are black. So you can kind of pretend, you don't have to go left, right, which is what I did originally a year ago. You can actually pretend that you're using maybe this one goes there, this one goes there, it doesn't matter, they're both black. See, this one goes there, then that one there, it doesn't matter, they're both red, and so forth. So you give the illusion, because you are doing things differently. Sometimes you're doing left, right, sometimes right, left, but it doesn't matter because both cards are of the same color. Now, if you randomly stack these, this is red, this is black here, you're going to, in either order, you're going to create a perfectly alternating packet. So now, when you go to deal this out, you have to remember we're doing the cards face up, right? So this would have been the top of the packet because that's how we built the packet. We built the packet with the cards face up. If we build the packet with the cards face down, this would be the top card and it would be face down, right? So when you go to deal these out, you'll see that you get a perfect matching of color within each and every row. So that's the secret. I can also add a link to my original performance if you want to take a look at that. And I encourage you to take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.